Welcome back to the Datarekha audio guide. I'm Diya.
And I'm Arjun. Today, why your AI assistant forgets you the instant the conversation ends, and the clever fix that lets it remember the right things without remembering everything.
Start with the forgetting. Why is it so total? It just had a whole conversation with me.
Because the model itself is stateless. Every single call starts from a blank slate. Whatever context you send it is all it knows about the world beyond its training. So memory isn't a feature of the model. It's entirely your job as the developer. You decide what goes in the prompt, and you pay in tokens and latency for every word of it.
So the obvious move is just paste the whole history back in every time. Why isn't that the answer?
That's called context stuffing, and it falls apart fast for three reasons. 1. Cost scales linearly. 10 past sessions at 2000 tokens each means 20,000 tokens loaded before the user even types a word. 2. Relevance collapses. A month-old chat about a cancelled order is sitting in prime real estate while today's question is about shipping. And 3. You hit the context ceiling, and quality often degrades long before you even reach it.
Okay, so I don't want all of it. I want the right slice. That sounds like a librarian, not a tape recorder.
That's exactly the analogy. A tape recorder replays the entire meeting whether or not you need it. A good librarian doesn't hand you the whole archive. You ask a question, and she walks back with the 3 relevant index cards. Mem0 is the librarian. It's a memory layer that sits between your agent and the LLM, handling extraction, storage, and retrieval.
Break that into steps for me. What actually happens to a conversation?
4 moves. After a turn, Mem0 passes the exchange to an LLM that extracts discrete memory items. Little facts like user is vegetarian or user lives in Berlin. Those get embedded and stored in a vector store. Then on a future turn, before you call your agent, you query Mem0 with the new message. It does a semantic search and hands back the top few most relevant facts. You inject just those into your system prompt.
So the secret sauce is that extraction step. It's not storing the transcript, it's distilling it.
That's the key innovation. It doesn't keep raw turns. It distills them into compact facts, almost a little fact graph about the user. And the numbers are the whole argument. Each fact is roughly one short sentence. A heavy user with 200 sessions might only yield 40 distinct memory items total. Pull the top 5 relevant ones, and you've spent a few hundred tokens, versus stuffing tens of thousands.
And the code for this. I'm bracing for something gnarly.
It's almost embarrassingly small. 2 operations. After a chat, you call add with the messages and a user ID. And the extraction happens inside that call. You don't decide what's worth keeping. The LLM does. Then next session, you call search with the new question and the same user ID. And it hands back ranked results. The user ID is just the key that scopes who the memory belongs to. A database primary key works perfectly.
Wait, so I never write any rules about what's important? I just dump the conversation in and trust it to pick.
You trust the extraction LLM to pick. And that's the point of the lesson's advice to start with user-scoped memory only. There are actually 3 flavors. User memory, tied to a person. Agent memory, like always greet by first name. And session memory for a single run. But start with just user. Watch what it actually stores. And you'll quickly learn which facts are gold and which are clutter before you add more dimensions.
Here's something that worries me. People change. What happens when a stored fact stops being true? I said Berlin, but I just moved to Amsterdam.
2 halves to that, and the lesson treats them separately. The first is contradiction, which Mem0 handles fairly well. It tracks items by ID. So when the extractor notices you moved from Berlin to Amsterdam, it can update the existing item instead of leaving 2 conflicting facts lying around.
And the second half is the quiet one. Facts that don't contradict. They just go stale.
That's the real trap, and you put your finger on it. Memories don't self-expire. 6 months ago, you told a travel agent you hate layovers. Today, you're booking a tight round-the-world trip, and you'd happily take a short connection. But that old fact is still sitting there, steering the agent wrong. Nothing contradicted it, so nothing fixed it. You need a deliberate strategy to review and prune.
And there's a privacy edge here too, right? This isn't abstract data. It's where I live and what I eat.
That's the second warning, and it's serious. This is genuinely personal data. Dietary preferences, locations, life events, persisted across sessions, which is the whole point of the tool. So you treat the memory store with the same rigor as any user database. Encryption at rest, access controls, deletion when someone closes their account, and a way for users to actually see and delete what you've stored about them.
So the one sentence to walk away with.
MAME 0 doesn't give your agent a bigger memory. It gives it a better one. Distill conversations into compact facts, retrieve only what's relevant, and stay honest about staleness and privacy.
Remember the right things, not everything. That's the Datarekha audio guide. See you in the next one.